So, Chris, what do you know about hacking?
Let me show you. Well, I'm into your iTunes account. Wow, that's a lot of movies. And a lot of Burt Bacharach? Kenny G? What's wrong with you? Hey there, cool teachers. Now we have hacked into Barbara's iTunes account. We know way too much about her. We thought we would do a show on something that's been talked about a lot lately, and that is publicly hacking emails, accounts, activities online, and finding out. And we want to know, how much do you know about hackers, and how do hackers get their information? So in the Cool Teacher Show today, Barbara is going to quiz me on hacking.
Right. So we'll see how much Chris knows.
Oh, boy.
And see how much you don't know. Oh, boy.
Yeah, exactly.
So the first question, Chris, is hacking illegal?
Hacking itself. If you're I'm going to say yes. Hacking is slightly illegal. It depends
Slightly
on
illegal.
it's a good question.
It's a slippery question.
Okay, so am I right?
Well, you're kind of right. I would give you a 75% on
Okay,
that question.
75%.
Well, it is illegal if you're using it for nefarious bad reasons.
Nefarious bad reasons.
Because there are different kinds of hacking and hackers.
Okay.
There are hackers who are really good software programmers, and what they do is they work for companies. They go into software programs to try to make them better, to fix them,
Okay.
or they try to actually go in and find the flaws in the program.
Okay.
So they're actually working for the company to find
Gotcha.
flaws.
Okay.
But the hackers that we find about in some of the current TV shows now is that they're bad hackers. They are in there to try to do bad things to people, like get into your private information and use it against you. Don't watch any of my movies on iTunes.
Okay.
And just that's the answer that I came up with for that question. So
okay.
question number 2.
So I got 75 points so far.
So in Ferris Bueller's Day Off, one of my favorite sick day movies, by the way.
Yes, of course.
How would Ferris have hacked into his school's computer network to erase his number of absences, given the technology available in 1985?
Okay, well,
How did he get into their school computer?
let's take a look and see what we're talking about here.
So far this semester, he has been absent 9 times.
9 times?
9 times.
I can't believe it.
I've got it right here in front of me. He has missed 9 days.
The question isn't what are we going to do, the question is what aren't we going to do.
1983.
5.
Yeah, 5. Let's check your. Yep, you've bought that movie too. I'm pretty sure that would be illegal, and that he did it by just by logging in through a modem and to a. How do you gain access to that?
It's it is a movie after all, but
Right.
don't forget, in War Games, he almost started World War III, so I bet you, at NORAD, that Ferris Bueller could hack into his school network.
Okay, so here's the deal. He's Matthew Broderick. You've done enough.
Yeah,
okay?
exactly. Don't do any more hacking. Mm-hmm. All right, next question. Okay, that was 100. I'll give you 100% on that one. So again, if you look at my iTunes, you can see that I have the entire 2 seasons of Mr. Robot.
Mr. Robot, there you are.
Rami Malek. Oh my goodness, he is so dang cute.
Oh.
Anyhow, that's why we watch it.
Okay.
All right, but it's really good, and I did some research on it. And okay, so my question is the hacking that's done on that TV series, Mr. Robot, is that pretty realistic? I mean, is that what people can do with hacking?
Here's the deal. It's a television show, so it can't be like totally real. They need to be able to inflate stuff. It's like when you're watching CSI. It's like, well, let me check the camera record. Oh, here I found the victim and there's the perpetrator in like 10 seconds. I don't think it's real. No.
Yeah. Well, actually, it is fairly realistic. I mean,
Really?
they hire people. The people who write that series, they're actual hackers, and it's very realistic. And if you have a hacker who's looking at that show, A lot of the stuff they're doing is real. The only thing, apparently, well, the main thing that's not realistic is the time amount, the time they spend on the hacking. You know, Elliot will go in there and he'll instantly hack into the FBI in about, well, you know, during a few minutes in the time of the program, whereas it would take a much longer time to hack into the FBI. But it would be kind of interesting to
So
do.
you're saying the scenarios are correct,
They're
but
pretty
the
close.
timing is
they're,
not.
They're pretty accurate. They're pretty accurate. So anyhow.
Okay, you
the
got
story.
any other questions for me?
What is phishing? And it's spelled with the PH, not with an F.
So phishing,
Phishing.
I do know this one. It's when a bot or a person tries to gather information about you that they can then use and utilize later. So,
Right.
like phishing malware in your browser might look and listen for specific passwords and username combinations, and then put them into a database that computer then tries later to hack into other stuff.
Well, okay, I would say
that
I'll
right?
give you an 87%.
87,
on
there
that.
we go, where
But it's
these are adding up.
It's an incredibly popular way to attack. It's an email or a text message disguised to look as it's familiar. So it fools you. It fools the unwitting person to click on the link or download an attachment or an
Gotcha.
image. And then the URLs within the message may look correct or almost correct. You may get a URL that looks like you're going to Apple, but it really doesn't go
yeah.
there to that Apple authentic place. So sometimes pages are hosted on the actual site server, but the host was compromised a long time ago too.
Gotcha.
So they're very, very tricky. And the
Happened
people,
to me this year, actually.
Well, it almost happened to me where I got an email and it looked like it was from Apple and it said somebody
Yep.
wanted to purchase something on your iTunes account. I wonder who that was. Anyhow, and I clicked the link and then it looked like an Apple page and it wanted me to enter my password. And that's when I said, whoa, danger, warning, the little, and then I did some research, looked at the email address, and sure enough, it was from a fake email that looked like an Apple email address. But everything looked so authentic, I was almost even fooled.
I got fooled by one of those, or one of my kids did. We can't figure out who it was this summer, and we had to completely close down our old iTunes account and start up a new one.
It's a hassle.
Yeah.
Okay, one more question. You're
Yep.
doing pretty
Okay.
good. True or false?
Yeah.
Companies such as Apple and Google, as well as major apps, all have employees whose job is to try to hack into their own product.
Absolutely. I would think that they would always try to break their own product. Is that true?
Yeah, that's true. Google even has an entire team of badass white women called white, actually not white women called white hat hackers. And
Okay.
that's all they do. Badass girls, let me tell you. Let me tell you, they're bad. Oh, I have one more question.
Okay.
What are some of the best ways to avoid hacking?
Well,
Don't answer that. Don't
Okay.
answer that because we're going to talk about that in the extracurricular.
Okay. Well, thanks for joining us. There's the bell
Oh,
again.
thank goodness for the bell.
Yes.
Saved by the bell.
Yep. Well, hang out with us after school for a little cool teacher extracurricular, and we will talk about different ways that you can avoid getting hacked, losing passwords, or having Matthew Broderick hack into your class and change your students' grades. We do not want that.
No, never.
So we'll see you next time.
Bye.